Guys. There's no fucking Mustang. There's no venue. There's no fucking Bruce Pritchard or Braun Strowman impressions. All you get is me. That's it. That's all you get. You get me. We're gonna chill tonight. Thank you guys for showing up. What's going on, OTS family? We got the AEW Dynamite review for tonight, New Year's Smash edition. Well, New Year's Smash is coming, but you guys know what I mean. What's up, everybody? How's everybody feeling out there tonight? Let me make some adjustments here so we can get this show rolling. We have no venue. JD locked the goddamn venue. Didn't leave me the keys. Left me homeless. So, we doing this raw. My God, did I say raw? Not Monday Night Raw, but we just doing it raw. You know what I mean? Let me situate this here and here. Alright. Thank you guys for showing up. In case you do not know, my name is Chi-Town Smart, aka Jesse. I am JD's partner from OTS. Oh, hey man, do I have a camera issue? Hold on. Is there a camera issue? Let me triple check. Someone is telling me there is a camera issue. Do you guys see me? Are we live? Are we live here or what? Guys, let me check this out real quick first. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Fantastic. All right, guys, we're gonna go over the show tonight. I got a couple of news articles. Nothing crazy. I'm sure it's stuff you guys have already heard about today. So we'll just go over it, see what you guys think about it, and let's talk about it. What did you guys think of AEW tonight? Another good show? I thought it was a pretty damn good show. It was good to see Red Dragon in action. It was good to see Adam Cole back with his friends. It's good to see Adam Cole happy in the ring with all of his friends. It's I mean, you could just see the new car feel almost on their faces. You know what I'm saying? They gel together. They work well together, and they enjoy working together. And that's kind of what's important when you do what you do out there. You gotta trust your partners, and you gotta enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, it's still pro wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest story of the day, guys, Toni Storm, my man's favorite, his angel, Toni Storm, is no longer with WWE. Initial reports started saying that she was released from WWE, and then Meltzer came later, and then also Seth came later and said that she requested a release. So let's go over the story. Fightful Shawn reports that Toni Storm is gone from WWE. According to those who spoke to Seth within the company, believe Toni asked for her release. The memo that went out did not list budget cuts as the reason, as has been tradition as of late. Storm joined WWE in 2017 to take part in the Mae Young Classic. She would go on to win the 2018 Mae Young Classic before joining NXT UK. Storm would go on to win the NXT UK Women's Championship. She would later join NXT and was then moved to WWE SmackDown in July. She made her SmackDown debut on July 23rd episode of WWE SmackDown, defeating Zelina Vega. Storm recently challenged Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship on Christmas Eve episode of SmackDown, but was unsuccessful in her attempt to win gold. She has then competed on WWE live events, most recently wrestling on December 28th live event in Washington, D.C. So, there's that. You know, everybody kind of saw the writing on the walls. You know, she was not being used correctly by any means. She was not used to the best of her ability by any means. But there we have it. She asked for release. I'm pretty sure we all understand why she would want to ask for her release. Where she would want to go, I don't know. We know. There's been a lot of feedback. There's a lot of positive feedback and replies to this release on social media. Lots of superstars are sending their best well wishes and all of the above. And it does appear that Toni Storm is going to land on her feet and hit the ground running wherever she goes. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone here at OTS when we wish Toni Storm the absolute best, and we are very confident that she's going to succeed wherever she goes. AEW. All right. One more small story today before we get into the review. Jake the Snake Roberts. I was wondering where Jake was. I mean, I kind of miss Jake. I miss Lance Archer for that matter as well. But Jake has announced that he has suffered from COVID-19. So how severe it is, I do not know. I'm on the train of thought of thinking that it is not severe and hoping that he will recover. We all know that Jake has had his medical problems in the past along with his demons, so hopefully this is not a major blow to him, and hopefully he can recover and get back on TV soon, because that is where we need to see Mr. Jake Roberts. Alright, so let's get into the review. Let me check the chat. Do this, do that. Alright, guys. Top of the show, we have Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and Christian and the Lucha Brothers versus Matt Hardy, Private Party, and FTR. Alright, so big tag match here. Lots of chaos, lots of commotion going on here. It's kind of what we've come to expect from AEW as it goes as far as tag matches. Sometimes they can be a lot. Sometimes they can be all over the place. They can be fun, you know, but sometimes they can be a little bit much. But this one I rather enjoyed. I mean, it did get a little bit, you know, just kind of crazy. But I mean, what do you expect with a tag match at this size? But at the end of the day, it tells a story at the end. All right, we'll get to it. Let's see. CM Punk promo. Ross talked about the death of John Madden and said they all learned from him. Ross said sometimes JB's mannerisms remind him of Ricky Morton. JB took a beating for a while, then hot tagged out to Penta. Phoenix landed a top rope senton for a near fall on Quinn. Let's see. At the 11-minute mark, Luchasaurus got a hot tag and rallied to the big crowd pop. Penta blind tagged in, and Luchasaurus and Christian took issue with it. Penta scored a near fall on Dax. Luchasaurus went after Blade at ringside, but Hardy shoved him from behind into the ring post. Elsewhere, Phoenix did a twisting dive onto the crowd at ringside. Jungle Boy followed up with a big dive. Also, Christian blind tagged in, which Penta didn't like, since he was setting up for a fear factor. FTR shoved Christian into Penta and then delivered the big rig on Christian for the win. 13 minutes. FTR and Private Party wins. Exciting match. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of dives like you would have come to expect, especially from a match like this. But at the end of it, it looks like they were working to accomplish one thing, and that's to set up Jurassic Express versus the Lucha Brothers next week for the tag team titles. That one I can't wait for. I'm still waiting for this Christian turn on the Jurassic Express. I mean, it looks like it's coming. I mean, even right now, it looks like he just kind of Christian just kind of volunteered his guys for this tag match. I mean, I didn't see them complaining about it, but at the same time, he seems to be speaking for them. So hopefully, this will materialize into something that will bring a little bit more interest to what Christian is doing. Because right now, he's just kind of there. So I don't know. We'll see whatever goes. Up next, we have Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz and Danny Garcia. All right, so I'm sorry, versus Danny Garcia in 2.0. Kingston chased the heels out of the ring before the bell, then cut the split screen, then went straight to commercial. What are you gonna do? Matt Lee rolled up Santana for the win, but had to yank the trunks for the leverage. So it was more like Eddie Kingston came out like a fucking house on fire, dude. I mean, because he's pretty much tired of 2.0 and the antics and everything else. The guy's trying to enjoy catering. He can't enjoy catering. So he couldn't wait to get out there to the ring to get this one going. Garcia, man. Garcia is a guy that clearly they have some high hope in, because he's been put into situations, man. This guy has already pinned Eddie Kingston, and now they're out here, they got another win. So I think 2.0 is in for big things. After the match, 2.0 and Garcia attacked Santana. Garcia grabbed the ring bell, and was going to hit Santana with it when Kingston tried to intervene. Garcia knocked him back down and then rammed Santana with the ring bell. Chris Jericho then made his return, charging to the ring with a baseball bat, aka Floyd, to make the save. Alright, the heels fled, Santana was down and selling the bell shot for a while. Kingston then walked up to Jericho and asked, what was he doing there? You know, he's like, what the hell are you doing here? You know, so Shivani said it's clear what he was doing there. He helped him out. Excalibur and Kingston has made it clear he doesn't want Jericho's help. All right, Eddie and Jericho yelled at each other as Ortiz tried to step in between them. All right, then we get a backstage segment that aired with MJF along with Warlow and Shawn Spears. MJF said he is one of the top ratings draws in all of pro wrestling. I can't argue with that guy. The guy's awesome. So MJF called Sting untrained. He called him an untrained outlaw hack, and referred to what happened last week. He said if he was wrestling for a more professional organization, that wouldn't have happened. Like, MJF is going all in on this bidding war in 2024. He's using it as if it's a campaign slogan, man. You gotta love this guy. He said that will have to wait until the Ultimate Bidding War 2024. MJF said Sting is a distraction from his ultimate goal, which is a championship. MJF sat down and told Warlow that when he wins the Face of the Revolution ladder match, with the winner getting a title shot at the TNT title, he said he will win the ladder match, but then he will have to relinquish it to him. Warlow said, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Spears went to fetch Smart Mark Sterling, who read the contract MJF has with Wardlow, which said Wardlow will have to relinquish everything he wins, including championships he wins, to MJF. MJF said he's going to start racking up wins so he can become TNT champion and AEW world champion. How can you not love this guy? So it seems that they are on the full push to get Wardlow babyface status, and it almost feels like it's starting to rub off a little bit and it's starting to work, because now the crowd is also playing into this power bombs thing. He'll do one power bomb and the crowd wants one more, and Spears is sitting there like, no, No, we don't want any more power bombs, which is the oddest thing in the world. This guy's a heel. Why wouldn't he want him to destroy his opponents? But that's neither here nor there. So the crowd would tell him to do more and more, and then sure enough, Warlow would do 3 more power bombs, and Spears would get pissed off, and so he can kill a guy with a chair. That's a little bit weird in that part of it, but the gist of it is Warlow's slowly separating from the Pinnacle. All right. So we get backstage. Shivani was interviewing Lucha Brothers, and Alex and Christian barged in with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. He challenged them to an AEW tag match, and Alex accepted on behalf of Penta and Phoenix. So there you go. There's your tag title match. Who wins that one? I would put it on Jurassic Express, to be honest. I mean, like we said, the last couple of weeks, the tag team titles are not really being showcased very well. None of the titles in the company are being used very well at the moment. But the tag titles, and especially because the Lucha Brothers, since they won them, it kind of seems like they've kind of cooled off a little bit, which is kind of sad to see because I love the Lucha Brothers. All right. So what we get? So we get Warlow with Shawn Spears versus Colin Delaney. Yeah, this one's not going to end well. Delaney looked worried but tried to muster up some optimism during his ring introduction. Warlow elbowed and clotheslined Delaney into a somersault bump in the opening seconds. Warlow delivered 4 power bombs. They are calling these a symphony of power bombs. Excalibur said it's only a matter of time before he captures the title in AEW. He said MJF claims if Warlow does win the title, it will be handed to MJF. Very, very interesting dynamic. That is something that could easily help Warlow get over as a babyface. So, as Delaney walked out of the ring with help from the ref, Spears hit him from behind with a chair. Excalibur said Warlow does all the work, and Spears grabs all the spotlight for himself. Warlow with the 1-minute win. I kind of like where they're going with it. It did seem like Warlow's babyface momentum was non-existent, but I do kind of see it picking up a little bit. What do you guys think? Hopefully that does pick up before they let him loose. I don't want it to become a situation where Warlow just falls to the wayside because he got cut loose a little too soon. All right. We have a promo with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and the Young Bucks. Cole said they will go down as the greatest group in AEW history. Mac Jackson said O'Reilly hasn't even said hi to him yet. O'Reilly said, hello. Then he asked for a minute to talk to Cole. Matt said he can say it in front of him. Cole said, it's okay. So the Bucks left. O'Reilly asked Fish to leave too. O'Reilly then told Cole that he knows Fish has his back. And he'll find out tonight if Cole has his back. Cole told Brandon Cutler, said, cut the camera. So now they're teasing some dissension here between the undisputed elite and the Bucks, but now they're putting that tension between Cole and O'Reilly himself, and we'll come back to that in the main event. Dan Lambert stood in the ring with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Guys, for my own personal reasons, this was my favorite spot of the night. This was easily my favorite spot of the night, bro. Lambert said he knows how hard Cody has worked in recent years, including having a Transformers logo tattooed on his neck. Oh, Jesus, dog, come on. Is that a Transformers tattoo on his neck? Did he get another tattoo? I don't know. I just thought that was just a ridiculous, weird wing fucking tattoo. I don't know what the hell that thing was. This fucking guy. Get me a mic. Fucking, you got me this mic. I fucking hate this guy, dude. JD got me this fucking mic, bro. Anyway, moving on. Lambert said his MMA business is a full-time job, but he thought it'd be cool to come back to Jacksonville as an old school fan. He said there's nothing cool about Cody. He said Arn Anderson is one of his favorites, but now he's just a guy kissing up to people in power for a buck. He said Brandy Rhodes is the first person he's ever known named Brandy who wasn't a stripper. My God, this shit get real. This shit gets so real. It's so fucking good, dude. So fucking good. Let's see. Wait. Wow, fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy. Do I have any mods? Ban this JD from NY guy in my chat. Ban this JD from NY asshole. Where is this guy? Alright, we move on. See. Let's go back. This is good stuff. This is my favorite fucking spot. Let's see. Lambert said he knows how hard Cody has worked in recent years, including having a Transformers tattoo on his neck that even Mike Tyson said looked stupid. He said he has leapfrogged more deserving talent. He said AEW fans are idiots, but even idiots don't like the taste of the shit sandwich being shoved down their throats. Brandy marched out and asked who told them it was open mic night. Fans booed. Bro, even Brandy is getting the same amount of heel heat that Cody is getting. Go figure. Fans booed. She called him a bottle-headed, ugly ass, less talented version of Paul Heyman. That's their thing now, right? That's the thing. To go for the big burns, to go for the knockout blows, they have to mention someone in WWE. I don't know what the goal of that one was. I mean, I really don't get it. I mean, especially when you gotta throw a name like Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is beloved by all of the fans everywhere. So I get dropping the Miz. The Miz is a joke, but Paul Heyman, I would love to be compared to Paul Heyman in any way you could think of. So maybe that's just me. Let's see. So Shivani said gloves are off. Lambert said I actually prefer Jim Cornette. Lambert said the sound of her voice makes him wish he was back in Minneapolis getting his ball stapled to his leg by Jericho in the street fight. Man, that's detailed. That's detailed, man. When Brandy began talking again, there were more scattered boos. She asked when was the last time he got beat up by a woman and didn't have to pay for it. She's trying so hard. I get it. She's trying. She said she will whoop his ass tonight for free. He called her Bambi and then apologized because he gets his stripper names mixed up sometimes. He said he loved to do it. Let's go. He said he's a black belt. She said she's a black bitch. Now, let me tell you something. If anybody would have tweeted that, she'd be crying for sympathy for the next 3 or 4 weeks. But I digress. Dustin Rhodes ran out to talk with Brandy. Ethan and Scorpio jumped Dustin from behind and then fled the ring. Shivani complimented Brandy for not backing down and facing 3 men alone. You know, I gotta tell you, man, I hate comparing the two, but more and more, Brandy is starting to remind me of Stephanie McMahon. I mean, Stephanie McMahon has not been on TV in a while, so she is less cringe than Brandy Rhodes right now. She comes out just to demasculate a bunch of guys and then wants to leave, and she will never get a comeuppance for it. I mean, I don't know where they're going with this, but on the back of Brandy getting heat last week for a reply that she gave a fan where she went all Seth and mentioned her bank account, and now this, and I watched the Sammy Vlog Crew episode today, and Cody cut a very interesting heel promo at the end of it. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Plus his t-shirt. Cody has gone full fucking tweener. Cody has gone full tweener mode. he's gonna just straddle the fence, man. Some nights he'll be this, some nights he'll be that. I think I see where he's going with this. I don't think he's ever gonna definitively be a heel or a baby face. So I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll see about that. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Thunder Rosa. TBS title semifinal match. This was a very odd match. I don't know what was going on here. I don't. It to me, I don't know. It seems like Thunder Rosa slowed up to try to match Jade Cargill's skill level. But in the meantime, I mean, the pacing of the match was very, very, very off for me. For that reason, this does not seem like a typical Thunder Rosa match. It seemed like that she was trying to keep the pace at a certain level just so Jade could keep up. But that's just what I saw. All right. Excuse me. Rosa charged at Jade and then drop kicked her knee as soon as the bell rang. So right away, Thunder Rosa had a plan. All right, she had a plan. She was going after the knee. She wanted to cripple that knee so she can get that win. And this plan may also carry over into the finals match with Ruby Soho. We'll see. Sterling blocked Rosa from diving onto Jade. Rosa leaped onto Sterling instead. Jade then attacked Rosa at ringside. Rosa fought back with knee lifts to the body. She broke the ref's count and then went back after Jade. Jade recovered and pounded Rosa with forearms. Rosa dove off the ring onto the apron, but Jade caught her midair and landed with a backbreaker. Rosa made a comeback and focused on Jade's knee again. They were fighting at ringside for a long time, well beyond the reasonable 10 count. The ref counted so slowly, Jade rolled into the ring to reset the count, then went back after Rosa. She threw Rosa into the ring, but Rosa avoided her when she charged. Rosa yanked Jade's leg across the middle rope with a dragon screw. She then caught Jade with an elbow, but Jade came right back with a big boot. She cut to a split screen. We cut to a split screen break. We come back. Rosa made a comeback as they returned from the break, attacked Jade in the corner. Excalibur said the winner will face Ruby Soho next week on Dynamite, with the winner becoming the first TBS champion. Jade kicked up, but sold the left thigh injury. I mean, and I'll give her that. She did her kip up, but right away she went to sell that leg injury, which was my concern as soon as I saw her kip up. So that was the even. I'm looking at the little things. To me, that seemed like just a little bit of an improvement of skill in the ring by Jade. She's getting a little bit better at her selling. All right, she kneed Rosa and then went for a gut wrench backbreaker over the shoulder. Rosa fought back with a knee breaker seconds later and then applied a figure 4 leg lock middle of the ring. Jade managed to grab the bottom rope. She edged to the ropes. Sterling distracted the ref as Jade powered out of the figure 4. Then someone bashed Rosa across the back of her head with a bottle, shattering it. Jade then landed her finisher for the win. Jade Cargill wins, and she will face Ruby Soho for the TBS title. When Rosa got hit, I thought it was Britt Baker. I thought it was Britt Baker that came in, and I thought they were going to use that to get Britt Baker to Thunder Rosa, but it was not. After the match, Rosa jumped Jade as she was about to celebrate her win. The masked person entered the ring and revealed herself as Mercedes Martinez. Ross says she's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Shivani asked what she was doing there. Ruby Soho made the save with a pipe in hand, so the heels fled. I gotta agree with Ross. Mercedes Martinez is legit. She is gonna bring a whole other sense of legitimacy to the AEW's women's division. So we got a clip that aired of Chris Statlander versus Layla Hirsch on Rampage, with Hirsch denying a handshake after the match. I remember that part. Should be interesting, but I would like to see him do more with Chris Statlander. I think she deserves to be in the top tier of the division with the upper names, but she'll get back there. So we've got a graphic advertised for Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho for Saturday Fight Night on January 8th on TNT's premiere episode of Battle of the Belts. Alright. So here we go. CM Punk made his ring entrance. His first Daily's Place appearance in Jacksonville. Shivani talked about MJF being a coward, but doesn't blame him for staying away from MJF. A loud CM Punk check rang out. Punk said he's never been to Daily's Place, so he's not sure of the setup, and looked around for Ross. Then he found him and said it feels great to see him sitting back at the booth. He said he's the best ever, and he's glad to see it. He said he's glad to see. He said he's glad to see people give their flowers when they deserve it. He said Daily's Place has been a home for AEW, and it gets him thinking about Brody Lee. Fans chanted, "Brody, Brody." He said if there's anybody out there who tries to minimize what he meant to everyone, it means they've never met him. He said watching the tribute show for him from home made him want to come to AEW. He said there's someone who doesn't want to be there. He said MJF is a Twitter troll. Someone who talks big game, but when it comes to it, he hides behind the keyboard. Or Dax or Cash. This CM Punk and MJF feud, I mean, I like it. I like the pacing of it. I like that it wasn't one week there was a verbal spat and the next week there's a match. I mean, it's carrying on and it's staying interesting. So I can't wait to see what else they do with that. Let's see. He said he's smart enough to know fans want to see him wrestle, but he's dumb enough to compare himself to Roddy Piper. He said Piper laced up his wrestling boots, whereas MJF laces up his running shoes. He said MJF said he doesn't. He said MJF said he's done with him, and that's fine with him because he had a chance to wrestle with Darby and Sting last week, and said he's talking about becoming an AEW champion. Punk said Ross often says that if you don't want to become champion, then you shouldn't even be there. Punk said he wants to become champion too. Fans cheered. Punk said there are bigger and brighter things on the horizon for him. He said MJF is a bigger waste of Khan's money than Timmy Tebow. And oh boy, that got a reaction from the fans. Punk held up a mic and the cheers got louder. He said he never wanted to mess with MJF, but he found out the hard way that nobody can touch him in the ring on commentary. He said sooner or later he'll see him in the ring, and it'll be a real shame if someone interfered with his quest for gold. So he made a quick reference to his pipe bomb, which he has done a few times here or there, snuck in little tidbits of the infamous pipe bomb. And he basically said, hey, I want to make sure MJF doesn't win the title. And more words than not, I mean, he basically said, look out for me. So let's see where this one goes. Our promo aired with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. He touted Hook. Then he shifted to talking about Dante. He owned his interference against Dante. He said Dante's progress was stalled since he got involved with Leo Rush. Hobbs asked if he really wants to go round two with him. Marinate on that, he said. Alright, marinate on it. Excalibur commented on the highlights of Cody Rhodes beating Sammy Guevara to become TNT champion. Again, the ending of the Sammy Guevara vlog this week. Interesting promo by Cody, man. Interesting promo. I'll just put it like that. You guys got to go check it out. Sammy walked out to his music with a sign, but no belt. During a split-screen break, Guevara held up the names of the 4 challengers he beat in a 3-month title reign, but then losing to Cody in his 5th defense after 2 crossroads. He said that's a memory he won't forget. He said in the new year, his resolution is to beat Cody and get his belt back. So, like I said this a few weeks ago, it seems that the interest there would be in the chase. So, my way of thinking, I'm thinking Cody, as he's playing this heel or face thing, he's going to be playing heel as he deals with Sammy Guevara. Let's see. So, Shivani interviewed Brian Pillman Jr., who said last week his partner and brother walked into the House of Black. He said he doesn't remember much about the evening. He congratulated Malachi Black for his cheap shot at him. He said he's been busting his ass day in and day out. He yelled it all started in Jacksonville, Florida. He said now it's his turn to visit the House of Black, but he's not going to bust down his door because that's what Black wants him to do. He said he never knew his father, but he learned from his life that you only get one of them, and he's not giving him his. He said next week Black will meet a new Brian Pillman Jr. The lights went out. Then on the stage, Black was standing there with a headpiece with horns. The lights went out again, and he disappeared. Gone. Excalibur said he was playing mind games with Pillman. Excalibur plugged Cody versus Ethan Page for the TNT title, and Darby with Sting versus Anthony Bowens with Max Caster. A promo aired with Max Caster and Bowens in front of a brick wall. Bowens said he's going to beat Darby's My Chemical Romance looking ass all over Jacksonville. That's specific. That's very, very, very specific. A promo aired with Sting and Darby. Sting said he treats all his matches like they're main events, whereas some wrestlers today treat them casually. He said it's food for thought. Darby said he can be the first or the last match on the card, but he takes them all seriously. He said he's ready. Alright. Excalibur hyped Technique by Taz segment, focusing on Hook's Red Room finisher. Fans popped for the huge Hook graphic. He also hyped Penelope Ford and the Bunny versus Tay Conte and Anna Jay. A video package aired on that match. Excuse me. Then Shivani confirmed Pillman versus Black and the Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express for the AEW tag titles, in addition to the TBS title finals and the AEW World title match. So next week is looking awesome. Can't wait. Can't wait. Main event: Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly versus Orange Cassidy and Trent and Chuck. Alright. They cut the break. They come back from the break. Cole and Chuck fall on the ramp. Alright. Chuck backdrop Cole to block a Panama Sunrise. Then he flipped onto O'Reilly and Fish. Alright. Trent followed up on Cole with a spear. Back in the ring, Cassidy landed a leaping DDT off the top rope for a near fall. Trent pile drive Cole next. Cassidy gave Cole his beach break. Fish and O'Reilly broke up the cover before 3. Shivani touted the action in the TV main event as fans chanted AEW, AEW. Excalibur noted that Rampage will remain on TNT. Excalibur told viewers to adjust their DVR settings and record the new Dynamite channel Wednesday nights. Remind you guys as well, everybody get ready, set your DVRs, don't forget, we're moving to TBS, guys. Let's see, Cassidy and O'Reilly battled one-on-one. O'Reilly mistakenly gave Cole a boot to the face to knock him off the ring apron when Cassidy ducked. Then that led to a near fall. Chuck tagged in. Chaos broke out. Trent gave Fish a suplex. He and Chuck then hugged in mid-ring. Brandon Cutler ran out with this cold spray, and he slid into the ring. Chuck and Trent punched him as soon as he entered the ring. The Bucks ran in and super kicked both Chuck and Trent. O'Reilly and Fish then landed there chasing the Dragon and on Chuck for the win. So we got O'Reilly, Cole, and Fish winning in a 12-minute match. After the match, the Bucks checked on Cole. Cole left with the Bucks and it was clear some tension and some trust issues were now there because of that kick. So curious. I'm not sure where they're going with this now, because I thought they were going to be going towards the way of the new I can't call them Undisputed Era. I'm just gonna we call them the Undisputed Elite. So the Undisputed Elite versus the Bucks and a returning Omega at some point, but it's taking a weird turn. So maybe we'll still get there. Maybe we won't. Maybe they're gonna go a different direction. We'll see. But I like it. You know, I like how they keep us guessing. I like how we think we know what they're gonna do, and maybe we do think we know what they're gonna do, but maybe they change it just to keep it fresh, just to keep the aesthetics of we're gonna keep everyone on their toes. So that could be the case as well, guys. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the direction that we're heading in right now with the Undisputed Elite, with the Bucks, Cole? What are they doing? What are we doing here? We got a situation where these guys can lead the main event scene if they wanted to out of a tag match. And also, thinking about it this way too, don't forget those trios titles. Those trios titles, you put those into play with everything else that they have going on with the Elite, it just makes it all that much better. And then you can also start throwing in other trios teams, because I mean there's an abundance of them. There's a lot of them. People want to see them. So let's see what we get out of them. And you know what? Without all of the extra glitz and the extra glamour, just like that, guys, the review is done. We don't have super chats because I do not have super chat availability yet. So I'll tell you what I'll do in lieu of the super chats. I will go through the normal chat and I'll take some comments and questions right now in the chat. So super chats are free tonight, guys. Look at that shit. Free super chats. So, questions in the chat. Get them in. Put the hashtag super chat in your question, and I'll answer it. What do you guys think of tonight's show? What do you guys think of Jericho returning? Where is this Punk MJF thing going? Why do they keep mentioning WWE talents on AEW television? What are you guys thinking out there? Let's see. Oh, can't put that on. It has to be royalty-free music. Once again, thank you everyone for coming out and supporting. Please subscribe. And like the channel, the new channel, Chi-Town Smart. If you're looking for me on Twitter, I am at Chi-Town Smart on Twitter. And let's get to some questions, guys. So let's see. Good job. Look at this. No fucking questions. Oh, I need a mod. I do need a mod. I had a mod and I married her, but I see she's not a good mod apparently. I don't know. Should I fire my wife? I can't fire my wife. Where's Issa? I don't know where Issa is, man. Issa has one job. Issa's probably at this remote fucking vacation island with JD somewhere, bro. I have no idea. No idea. What do you think of Tony Storm's release from WWE today? Damon Nettles, we covered that in the beginning. I think it's pretty damn sad. From what I can tell, she was not flat out fired. She asked for her release, but at the same time, why did you treat her as such where she didn't want to be there anymore? And even still, you found no value in her and you just let her go. That seems to be one of the biggest fails of the year from what we can tell. That's a huge loss, and they never used her to her potential, and that's gonna be something they're gonna look back later on and wish that they had. They're probably gonna offer her a new deal when she becomes a free agent again. So I really wouldn't doubt that. See. Yes, Shawn Spears, you have to make your own drinks now. Even though I am not the bartender. Alright? I don't make drinks anymore. That's why I hired Issa, who never comes to work. I gotta hire a new bartender for the fucking venue, guys. Put in applications for the bartender role. Maybe I gotta replace Issa. Or just drop her down to part-time. She's a part-time bartender, bro. Let's see, Jesse. What do you think is going to happen with Sammy? Sammy's next feud. Sammy's gonna be feuding for his title. He's gonna be feuding with Cody for a little bit. From what I can tell, he's not moving on yet. I see him winning that title back at some point. Let's see, Man of Thousand Holds. I think Thunder Rosa. Oh, stop moving. I think Thunder Rosa should have won and then lost to Ruby Soho in the finals. Jade not ready to be in a big match yet. You know, whether she loses this match or the next match, she needs to lose. But I gotta tell you, I'm in agreement that I don't like how much Thunder Rosa's been losing. I want to see her in the win column a little bit more. But she's also great at what she does as far as getting others over. She helped get Britt Baker over, and hopefully this will help get Jade Cargill over. But I just don't know. But it does seem that everyone is agreeing that Jade will lose to Soho in the championship match. So let's just see where that goes. But now we have the Martinez factor. But it looks like Mercedes Martinez is going to be feuding with Thunder Rosa. So, I mean, which again, this now puts Thunder Rosa in the position to put someone else over, because what's going to happen is is Mercedes Martinez going to lose her first match? I mean, I don't know, probably not, but that's just going to mean Thunder Rosa have to put someone else over. So, I don't know. I am seeing way too many L's in Thunder Rosa's column for me, for her to be at the top of the card. I understand she doesn't have a lot of losses, but it just seems those losses come at critical moments to me. And we kind of want to see her built up, not just someone who helps to get others over. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Let's see. I do need a mod. I'm gonna see. I am going to make one. I'm gonna invent a mod. I'm kidding. Oh, excuse me. I am going to make that. Take that. I'll appoint one from one of my familiar names on here. There's a familiar name. Susan D'Ambrosio. Thank you for showing up. You're a mod now. And I got one more I want to make. I'm looking for Guardian. Where is my guy, Guardian of Chaos? Guardian of Chaos, where you at? Did you leave? You shouldn't have left, bro. Where'd you go? 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 I lost him. I'll find him. I'll make him a mod. But I already have 3 mods after adding Susan, guys. So, no, you're not getting kicked off. Jeez, quit complaining. Damn wife complains here, complains there. Oh my god. Guys, that's it. That's gonna be it. Sorry for the short and abbreviated version of it, but the way I look at it, it was better than what we were gonna get tonight from JE, because he is busy living his best life. So we got to hang out for a little bit. We got to shoot the shit. We got to chat it up, and I kind of enjoyed it. So I plan on doing this a little bit more, but on the dark side of things. So if you want to just come out and chill and just hang out, have some drinks, and shoot the shit and do live streams, we're gonna do AEW Dark on Mondays and Tuesdays, as often as we can. I can't promise it every week, but I will let you guys know on Twitter. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, please. Chi-Town Smart on Twitter. And that is it. Thank you guys for coming. I know it was nowhere near what you guys are used to, but for the people who came to show up and hang out, I do appreciate it. JD appreciates it. And we will see you guys next time, guys.